Welcome back to Eden Park. James Horwell and the Wallabies with plenty of work to do if they're going to keep their hopes alive at Rugby World Cup 2011. New Zealand 14, Australia 6 at the break. When leading at half-time in 2011, the All Blacks are 8 from 8. Pretty good front runners. But the Wallabies really have to be the next team to score just to keep some pressure on them. Second half underway, semi-final 2. Down it goes to Genia and across to Quade Cooper. They rush at him, but he gets the kick away and safely into touch over the advertising hoarding. So no opportunity for a quick throw-in for the All Blacks. 15 missed tackles in the first half, Australia. 32% of the territory stats.
Short line out, a very crooked line. Have a look at that.
Semialamu. Elson competed, but it's there for the All Blacks. Halfway mark. Going to Kieran Reid quite a bit at line out time. Now Mialamu has it at the back. Now it goes to ground, and here's Weepu. The kick has worked brilliantly for them in the first 40. O'Connor, that's better, but he had Kahui right over the top of him.
Oh, they'll survive that one.
Chance to run.
They may as well go wide.
And they go out to McCabe, and McCabe straightens, takes on.
And fell badly. Yep.
Penalty. Holding on is the call, and a penalty right in front, and that could be very telling indeed.
All he did was run away from his supports.
So McCabe, he's there for his defence and his straight running. Well, he ran straight, but he ran straight into Owen Franks. He had men on the outside, and now they'll have a shot from right in front.
Well, and I think he had a man on the inside as well, and Quade Cooper backing up on the inside. Ioane was screaming for it, and you can see how he's fallen on his back there. Well,
oh, that's just a tragedy. Yeah, Digby Ioane screaming for it. Who would you rather see with the ball in their hands, Pat McCabe or Digby?
Well, it started because Quade Cooper was really, really deep. Needed to, you know, one of the things Quade does very well normally is flatten up the attack when it's a chance to run. And he was set back for the kick, and I was just looking for him to go flat and really attack Owen Franks there, but stayed deep, and then left Pat McCabe with no other option.
So Weepu, radar wasn't really working well early on, but was able to slot a couple in the first half.
He's not going to miss this.
They've got a lot to do to come back now, the Wallabies. This is turning the screws early in the second half.
Weepu, and he brings up 100 test points. No problem from there. Great start to the second half. New Zealand, they're up by 17 points to 6. No changes to the Wallabies, apart from that first half substitution of Sekope Kepu. Cooper goes high, so too does Whitelock to take it cleanly.
They have controlled the skies. There's a low point.
Out on the full. Rare mistake by the All Blacks.
Well, Wallabies need to strike right back. Put something special on here from this set piece.
They need to take the crowd out of it. They need to start asking questions of the All Blacks. Here's McCabe again, hitting it up. McCaw is there. He lays it back, McCabe. Genia, now Stephen Moore. Nonu came in.
Good hit from Nonu.
Genia again. Cooper wants to go to the left, and now he throws it back into Digby Ioane, but from a standing start. And the All Blacks, they just don't panic on defence, do they? Now Cooper, wide ball, McCabe, Pocock. They went low on him. It was a good tackle from Cruden. Here's Horwell. Oh, and launching himself there was Owen Franks, and he fell awkwardly, Horwell. It's out the back door, though. Genia. Now Anthony Faanga. Can't step his way through. They're not falling off any tackles, the All Blacks. 22-metre mark. They lead 17 points to 6. Cooper, wide ball. Elsom ranging out wide. And he's going to take them on. He takes it up to the 22. Genia running to the line. Still going, Will Genia. Great run by the scrum half. Inside the 22. Very slow coming out of there. Ben Alexander into the traffic. Pops it back through the legs. Samo. Radicki Samo. So many goal jumpers in there to secure the pill. Genia to Cooper. Now it's McCabe. Dibiuani trying to find a way through. Pops it back to Cooper. Cooper. Good ball out the back to McCabe, who straightens. Makora's right over the top of him. Still there for the Wallabies. And Genia, wide they go. And now it's Adam Ashley Cooper. Rare opportunity on attack for Cooper. He pops it up and it's gone forward. 50-50 pass, forcing the ball. And the All Blacks come up with it.
Oh, they soaked up the pressure there. The All Blacks came up trumps. Now it comes back to Cruden. Or Israel Dag. 40 metres later, bang.
It's all right. Wallabies will get the ball back.
Your thoughts on that passage, Cave?
Well, look, they're using Quade Cooper more often now. It's Will Genia passing directly to Cooper. When the Wallabies look good, they've got runners around Will Genia. They've got the tight five working off him. They haven't been able to do it yet. If they can do that, it creates a little bit of deception for them, and they can release Quade Cooper out the back.
Well, here's Cooper running to the line, giving it to Adam Ashley Cooper on the inside. All Blacks were waiting, but they get a quick ball, and here's Genia. He throws it to his captain. It was a flat pass. Lucky to get away with it, almost forward.
They telegraphed that move from Quade Cooper.
Now it's Alexander, and Reid is right over the top of him on the 22. Now Cooper, now Adam Ashley Cooper. He's got a couple of forwards out wide. Ashley Cooper couldn't get rid of Brad Thorne, though. Brad Thorne did enough just to stop him. Penalty, holding on. So every time they get into this attacking red zone, shake of the head there from Robbie Deans.
Two black arriving player on his feet.
And that's now twice that Adam Ashley Cooper has been on this right-hand side. And Rod Kafer, I know you've watched him play over the years. He's better on the left-hand side.
Well, he is. He's a real left-hand side of the field player. Got a great right-hand fend. Just not nearly as damaging on the other side of the field. Pat McCabe's coming off the game.
It's not making it fair for either side. James, I understand what you're saying. In that case, number 2's their arriving player's got right.
So this will be interesting to see if Berwick offers a little bit more in attack.
Yeah, they could do with starting to use the ball a little bit wider, which is threatening the All Blacks. They're all of a sudden starting to threaten. They need that combination of Genia and Quade Cooper threatening.
Kevin Mialami did such a great job. So Brad Thorne hung on and survived it, but then have a look at Mialami. Comes here, bang, he's on his feet, he's got his hands on the ball, it's obvious. Adam Ashley Cooper wouldn't let go.
They went to the front to Brad Thorne. Now Cruden, here's the kick again, and here's the chase. Down at halfway, Cooper went backwards, Elsom. Now James O'Connor. O'Connor stepping.
A dummy shimmy on the inside, then he went wide again, Cooper.
To Horwell. Conrad Smith held on, good tackle. Now it's Cooper and Rocky Elsom. Can't find a way through.
It's Ford's out wide, maybe too late now.
Genia, inside ball, Ioane. No, that was telegraphed.
Ran into your own man.
Ran into his own man.
Accidental obstruction, scrum.
Well, actually, he called one of those before, which didn't have an impact on the game, so he let it flow. Interesting, he didn't do it this time. Here's James O'Connor.
Have a look at this little shimmy onto the inside, then he goes wide.
James, you've made your point. I've heard you. I'll have a look, all right?
Inconsequential. He brushed him. He didn't even run into him.
Well, it's one of those frustrating laws. I was asked during the week what law would I change in rugby if I had the opportunity, and that was it.
He's done a pretty good job, though, Craig Schubert, refereeing this game.
Oh, yeah, that's the law.
That is, yeah, done a great job. Really letting the game flow. The All Blacks are missing more tackles now.
Weepu back to Cruden, gets the kick away, and now Cooper as Jane charges through, and Cooper gives it to nobody. Berwick Barnes is there to clean up, and in go the All Blacks.
There's chances here.
Now Digby Ioane on the short side. Jane holds on. Ioane lost it forward. Tried to lay it back, and just a little fumble.
Now the Wallabies are getting a little bit of possession. The errors are coming after 2 phases.
Yes.
The pace of the game that the All Blacks are playing at is just phenomenal. Their kicking game is great. Quade Cooper does really well first up. Just was looking for the short ball to James O'Connor. And just the pace of the breakdown, they're fantastic. Digby Ioane tries to go on the outside. He'll just knock that ball on there. It goes backwards in the end. Marginal knock on. Correct call. Andy Ellis starting to limber up on the bench.
Does that mean Weepu goes to 5'8" or comes off the field? I couldn't see them bring him off.
No, I wouldn't think so. I'd be surprised unless there was an injury. Aaron Cruden has played well.
Yeah.
Played really well tonight. Controlled the game very well. Him and Perry Weepu have done a great job. But it's the pace and power of the All Black forward pack that's demoralising the Wallabies at the moment. Every breakdown, they're flying in at numbers. Their collisions are winning every single battle.
Well, you got Kano, McCaw and Reid hunting as a pack.
Yes. Throw Brad Thorne on the end of that.
Pause.
And there's some power.
Big shove coming from the All Black scrum.
Plenty of time to turn it around for the Wallabies.
But it is a cracking pace, unlike the first semi-final we saw between France and Wales. Admittedly, Wales had to change tactics when they lost their captain, Sam Warburton, who has been suspended for 3 weeks. So Kano goes to ground. Reid, question mark on his fitness, but he's aimed up tonight along with his captain, Richie McCaw.
7 goals, let it go!
All of New Zealand so nervous about this game, even though their team is ranked #1 in the world and the only team not to drop a game at this Rugby World Cup.
Samoa injured.
Here's Conrad Smith to the 10-metre mark. Samoa still down in back play, and Cruden spotted it, so he goes wide. Dag, that's a bad pass.
Now going forward.
Forward pass.
Jeez. Joubert is right on to Pocock. The media have done a great job over here during the week.
Yes, Radiki Samo, even the safety afro didn't save him from a sore head.
The message out of the Wallabies at half-time was very positive. You see Samo bang, bang, head on head with a big crack with Kieran Reid.
How hard must Kieran Reid's head be? Oh, those two have been wonderful.
Yeah, played very well. The Wallabies dressing room was very positive at half-time. They know that they're only a score away. I mean, it's 17 points to 6. 29 minutes to go in the game, still plenty of time. I mean, the Wallabies score next, and we've seen some moments where, you know, James O'Connor half little break. If he, you know, one of them get away and score a try, all of a sudden the pressure's right back on the All Blacks. They're a difficult team to run down, and I always thought, you know, if the All Blacks got in front, it'll be nigh on impossible for the Wallabies to do it, but that's their challenge now. They know it, they're behind, 28 minutes to go. Need to score twice.
Just the one try in the match. Muliaina very early on.
This is where the Wallabies are dangerous from, about 50, 60 out.
Touch.
Even more so than being 25 out.
Genia puts it in. Samo takes it out. Does he know? Oh, they've turned it over. And Samo trying to throw Kano into touch. Fortunately, he did it.
Oh, they're going to go. They're going to go.
Cross it goes to James O'Connor.
It's out before. No, that's all right.
Taken by Israel Dag inside the 22. He bangs it long. Down around about the 10-metre mark. Australian territory.
Would have loved to have seen James O'Connor have a crack then. It was quick ball. He was sort of one-on-one out in the back line with lots of space to work with.
But a claret coming from the nose of Vickerman, and he wins the line out. Down to Genia. Here's Corey Cooper running to the line. Now Berwick Barnes. Oh, charge down. The bounce is okay, though, for Digby Ioane. Bit of luck there for the Wallabies, and Ioane gets the pass away now to Pocock. 10-metre mark, New Zealand territory. Here's Genia. Genia stepping. Can't get the pass away. Nonu is over the top of him. It was Cruden that went low. Barnes. Cooper dummying. Got the ball away. Slipper. James Slipper needs support. The gold jersey's pouring, it's out. And it's sloppy, but Cooper now gives it to James O'Connor. He looks up, sees a few forwards, and he pops the pass. And again, it's that 50-50 ball that is hurting them.
They look dangerous, but then the mistake comes. And this is a great kick by the All Blacks. They know no one's home in the backfield.
So Berwick Barnes needs it to go out, and does, around about halfway.
Connor's injured just on the right-hand side of your screen.
Got injured when he took that ball into contact. That's why it popped out. It wasn't a pass. Injured in the tackle. And some concern being shown here from Warren McDonald. Takes the ball in. What is it?
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, just nothing illegal in it. It was just a good hit.
Then about 114 kilograms falling on your face as well.
Yeah.
Sam Whitelock.
That's why the ball popped out. Did a great job there, Whitelock, to dislodge the ball. The ferocity in the All Black defence has just been inspiring. They've been incredible. The Wallabies now just starting to win a couple of collisions and get a bit of go-forward ball. Need to score a try from it soon. Watch Perry Weepu here, look for a box kick probably.
Why not? The tactics have worked.
Yeah, they have been taking risks.
Stephen Moore coming through, trying to disrupt it. Penalty.
2 goals, side.
Yeah. It's quite obvious to everyone watching. Came around the side and drove in.
Israel Dag yelling for it out wide here.
Kahui.
He wasn't, Kahui. He wasn't doing star jumps.
Taking the 3 points. Perry Weepu. I don't know what Stephen Moore, why he thought it was a very narrow gate that he had to enter, but he's still got to go through the middle.
That's a massive relief for the All Blacks. Massive relief. Wallabies, in my view, just starting to make a bit of the play. And it could cost them points. Perry struck one from about 41 metres out before it just snuck over the post.
Pat McCabe's back. I'd love to see Berwick Barnes stay out there, though. I reckon Pat's done his time, taking the sting out of the defence.
So Weepu.
Short.
Out to the right as well. So it's still 17 points to 6. My apologies as well. I think I mentioned that it was Mills that scored a try for New Zealand. Of course, it was Ma'a.
Send them on.
Ali Williams on.
Perry Weepu's coming off. Andy Ellis on there in 20 for it. This is a shock.
Ellis on for his 25th. Big hit from Pocock on Kano. So Ellis, Cruden. No way through there for Dag. Mialamu. 17 points to 6. Ellis. No shortage of All Blacks wanting to put their hand up.
Cannot move. Man's trapped. Too many bodies on top of him.
It'll be a scrum with the
Too many
All
bodies
Black
on
put
top.
in.
He cannot move.
Good refereeing, Craig Shabir. You sometimes see referees give penalties in that situation.
Yep.
Just caught in a nasty position. We see Perry Wipu on the sideline. He's had a great game, controlled it beautifully. Pat McCabe, unlikely to go back on. Second time he's been blood-bitten. Hasn't been subbed yet, but I think he's only got moments, a number of minutes before he can go back on, and probably won't come back on. Derek Barnes is going to stay out there.
Rob Simmons warming up as well, taking his jacket off.
Engage.
Yeah, time for change. Good attacking scrum here. Ellis went to the right, but they go to the left. And now it's Nonu, the try scorer.
13.
Ellis, Woodcock, taken by Pocock. Up to the 22, it pops out.
Let's go, let it go.
Still there for New Zealand. Williams, survivor from the 2003 semi-final in Sydney against Australia. This is good work.
Making meters.
Run away, goals.
Mialamu.
He's been fantastic tonight, Mialamu.
There's Williams. Plenty of phases for the All Blacks. Now we go back, and it's Dag with the drop goal. No. And Quade Cooper looking for a counter. Good run, Cooper. Might get a bit of confidence going. Now they go to Derek Barnes, who is outside the 22, but he kicks long. Dag.
Good reply. Monster.
Great kick from Israel Dag. Not bad play from the Wallabies. It was good play. Quade Cooper building that confidence.
Couple of let off. One drop goal attempt, one penalty missed attempt. Yeah, that wasn't a balanced approach at all. Simmons on, Vickerman off. I don't think they'd be happy with that, the All Blacks coaches, Coach.
19 on as well. Just Ben McCalman.
So Dan Vickerman. Rugby World Cup semi-final after a 3-year layoff for Dan Vickerman. And how will it end? So Samo, after receiving that head knock, he's off. They went short.
Oh, a lot of hard work to get the ball to Adam Ashley Cooper.
And he was taken there by Alan Franks. Cooper.
That's a good bomb.
Oh, brilliantly. They've been great in the air all night, the All Blacks. It's looking like 2011 might be their year. Flirting with the touchline. And they do well, young Aaron.
Pocock's got it. Turnover.
Ngenia. McCaw just smothers him. He read it brilliantly, Richie McCaw. He sensed the turnover.
Be the call from the All Blacks forward to turn it on.
Oh, gee, I tell you what.
That's good.
That was either magnificent or he was a mile offside.
Yeah.
Well, it's play on. Cruden, rubber kick. Quade Cooper, cross it goes. James O'Connor, charge down and just into touch off one of the All Blacks' hands.
Cooper did the right thing. It was just the fact that the chasers kept coming and put the pressure onto O'Connor. Lucky escape.
Notto in trouble over the far side.
This game's starting to open up.
But the All Blacks sense if they can score next, they're into the final against France in 7 days. Of course, the loser will play Wales in the bronze playoff on Friday.
Jerome Kono, massive.
Pocock thought he had him for power. He didn't.
Now Cooper.
Crowd still yelling at him every time he comes near the ball.
It's into touch around about the 22-metre mark.
Wallabies can't get out of this territory.
We saw it last week against the Springboks have played most of the match in the second half inside their own territory. They were able to get out of jail.
13.
The time running out for them now. 18 minutes remaining. And so Anthony Fa'anga, his night is over. And Rob Horne comes on for his 8th appearance for the Wallabies. Martin Nonu still out there in 12 after receiving a bit of treatment.
Well, the good thing is, Clarkie, now, apart from Kirtley, Bill, we've got our most attacking backline on the field that we can put out there. Quade Cooper at 10, Berrick Barnes at 12, Rob Horne at 13, Adam Ashley Cooper and the wingers. So if they're going to score some points, they need to keep the ball in hand. I was a little bit disappointed with Berrick Barnes' kick. I thought when he kicked that ball and then Israel Dagg thumped it back 60, we had a great opportunity to run it. Quade Cooper had done all the hard work. We put ourselves into a position where we had broken field ball, which is what we're really good at running off. And Berrick's put it long. I would have loved to have seen it kept in the hands. We haven't had any ball. We've lost the kicking battle. We've got to keep it when we get it.
Crowd of 60,087, so full house. Who wants this one? Came off the knee. It's play on, apparently. And now the All Blacks looking to go in for the kill. The crowd is roaring at Eden Park. This graveyard for visiting teams. A sense of victory here. Ali Williams still there for the men in black. Franks 5 metres out. They'll just rumble it. McCaw. Thorne, 36 years of age. Is it going to be a fairy tale?
Putting
No.
yourself in front of the ball.
Not now.
Number 3, putting yourself in front of the ball.
Relieving penalty.
Number 3 puts himself in front of the ball. Goal defenders can't get there. No, hey, whoa. Just wait. It'll be okay.
So calm
Number
comes
3 in
over
front
the
of the ball.
stadium. Quade Cooper.
There's a real sense there that the All Blacks were about to score a try by many of the fans.
Andrew
Wallabies have
Hall.
stopped it.
33 years of age, 61st international, and Kevin Mialamu, his 91st international, is over for the time being.
He was mammoth tonight. Made ground every time he ran with the ball. Might have only been half a metre, but it's valuable.
Stephen Moore goes to the back. Caldwell down to Genia. Cooper. Here's McKelman running hard in midfield. Genia, inside ball to Ben Alexander.
He's got to cut inside.
Cooper, again they kick. No pressure on Dagg.
Israel Dagg's been the supreme kicker on the field tonight, and again. Look at that.
And it goes to James O'Connor. He'll go high. And Conrad Smith under no pressure, but just a little long by O'Connor. And now there's the kick from Corey Jane. Ioane did well in the air.
Corey Jane did well to hang on to him.
It's from a kick, but it doesn't matter, but here it comes now.
Genia showing it on the inside. Conrad Smith didn't fall for it.
All Black defence is mammoth.
Lost forward.
Lost forward.
We're getting to the must-score in the next few minutes.
14-6 at half-time. 17-6 at the moment. New Zealand.
I have heard you and I am watching, all right? We won't agree on everything, but I'm watching.
James Hallwell working on Craig Joubert, managing the game, managing the referee.
Yes.
Another good move, Kate.
I think so. He's exhausted the bench just about. Luke Burgess, the last one left. And, you know, trying to get everything he can out of his team.
Plotter now the X factor, that's all.
Well, they've got to keep the ball in hand. They have to. It's 15 minutes to go. Both teams are really exhausted. The Wallabies have a lot of fresh legs on. The All Blacks haven't made many substitutions yet, only a couple. So the Wallabies need to utilise the ball and try to use it every chance they get. They're losing the kicking battle every time they kick the ball, so stop it.
Engage.
Ball in from Genia. McKelman, big shove coming from the All Blacks. Penalty.
On the knees and then pulling back.
Well, is that a telling blow? Bit of frustration here. David Pocock not happy with the treatment he received there from Andrew Hall.
Okay. Okay.
They've been pork chops.
Mate, I've made the decision. Back you go.
That's a technical term. Did you hear that? Mate, they're being
On your
pork
knees and then
chops.
pulling around.
I don't think Craig Joubert would he realise what that means.
Decision.
They're going to have a shot at goal. Aaron Cruden, 49 metres.
It's hard for McKelman there.
Big smile on Andrew Hall's face once he knew that he had the Australian 7 rattle. So the first shot at goal for Aaron Cruden. He's 1 from 1 at the Rugby World Cup. Third choice fly half behind Carter and Slade. New Zealand, they've played Australia 3 times previously without Carter and got the result. Not a bad attempt.
No, just missed to the side.
So it's still 17 points to 6.
Every minute helps the All Blacks. 2 scores at least the Wallabies. One of them has to be a try.
So Cooper up the kick, tap back straight into the arms of James Horwell.
That should be a penalty to the Wallabies. You can't handle a halfback.
David Pocock fell awkwardly there, but it's to Digby Ioane down the short side.
Not much going on there with the Wallabies, with the All Blacks coming off their line.
It's just a black wall, isn't it, this defensive line of the All Blacks. And now they get the put in as well. So they're only 12 minutes away from another final appearance, the All Blacks. They won the Rugby World Cup all those years ago at this venue, 1987. And a long time coming.
So he got caught up high. That's Andy Ellis there, has made the tackle on Digby Ioane. Can't get to the ground. Woodcock's there.
Oh, there we go.
And Andrew
Hall. Brilliant from Andrew Hall. He's a master at that.
Time is off. Time is off. Blood sub, number 9, please.
Andy Ellis with a bit of blood.
Yeah, Ellis has to come off. Yeah, I think that's clear. That's a blood bin.
Has to leave the field, though.
Yes, send him on.
Gary Weekly's going to come back on.
There has been a lot of blood tonight. A lot of noses. Brutal at the breakdown.
It's been a physical encounter, Cave.
Look, it has been a real physical encounter.
Blood substitution. It's in the law book.
The Wallabies.
Time is on.
Rocky Elson complaining. Craig Joubert said it's a blood substitution. It's in the law book. A player who's been replaced tactically can come back on for a blood replacement.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage. Stay up, goal.
So Weepu to the short side they go. The kick and the chase from Corey Jane. Into touch. Plenty of blood on the face of Corey Jane as well. Well, pressure on the Australian line out now. Little over 10 minutes remaining.
Well, this is Tautafi Polonau's first throw as well.
Got to be careful throwing long.
Terry Weepu's there, ready for the one over the back.
Won by Rob Simmons. Down it goes Genia. Pocock onto Elsom. Quade Cooper just manages to get the kick away. It's not out, so it's there for Kahui. Across to Israel Dag. Corey Jane.
Well, time was shut down quickly by the Australian defenders.
Rob Horn came up. Weepu. Now Brad Thorne having a run. Got away from one. Brad Thorne over the top it goes. Nonu. Can't hold on. Scrum. And the All Blacks won't mind this one because they will be able to eat away a few more seconds.
There. Brad Thorne, that was a big attacking tackle. It fell off it though, Pilotta now. They were lucky there. Horn had Nonu as he was grabbing the ball. Big attack here from the Australian back line.
I'd like to see them. Digby Ioane's been their most penetrative runner. There he is on the left. Wouldn't mind seeing him on a big switch back into Aaron Cruden's channel.
Well, they haven't been able to get clean ball at scrum time.
Again,
they've lost it again.
Penalty. And look at the All Black forwards. Brad Thorne fist pumping.
If somebody says, where did the Wallabies lose it? That's where it is. Unable to get back into the game because of the scrum.
Perry Weepu to kick.
Oh, make sure that.
No problem with that, Kearnsey.
Oh no, just out scrummed. It's about 3 times, I think, tonight the Wallabies haven't been able to get the ball out of their own scrum.
Brad Thorne likes it.
Well, in the 4 years in between the World Cups, the Wallaby scrum has been under pressure. And the New Zealanders, I think they've always backed themselves at scrum time at set piece time against Australia. It was only really in the first half in Brisbane in the Bledisloe Cup and the Tri-Nations decider. And the Wallabies were able to stand their ground. And has this one put the nail in the coffin?
Sure has.
The fans go up. 20 points to 6.
Sonny Bill Williams to come on.
On for Nonu.
Yeah, Nonu coming off. And what a real problem he has been for Australia, Nonu. He's now scored 4 tries in the last 4 tests against Australia. The only try scorer tonight. And Sonny Bill Williams is on there for a taste of semi-final rugby at the World Cup. And who wants this one?
Not the Wallabies.
First infringement, lost forward by 9 goals.
Went to the... Did all the hard work of regaining the... nice little handshake there between Sonny Bill and Aaron Cruden.
A little bit of rubbish going on.
All this hard work undone again. This has happened repeatedly during the game.
It just popped up at him at the end. Morgania.
Any of those still living in hope, which there always is. 7 to go, 2 converted tries. That's the equation.
Andy Ellis ready to come back on. Gee, they've been good, the New Zealand All Blacks.
Their forward performance has been extraordinary. Just dominant.
And their
scrum time.
Kicking game, defence.
Their back three has been brilliant tonight as well. Kahui, Corey Jane and Israel Dag really dominated. He's had an outstanding game. Corey Jane, his kick chase, his work off the ball. Hasn't been a game where there's been, open flowing. The defence has been very tough, but he's chased everything. He's got up for it. He's won the battle in the air. Most of the best on the field.
Now, if you say, Cave, 2 areas we lost the game, you say the forwards, it was the scrum, and for the backs, it's the high ball. The inability to take the high ball has been very costly as well.
Kicking game has been a problem for us for a long time.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
So Ellis back on the field. Good scrum for the All Blacks. Rock solid again. To the short side they go. Cooper. Wide ball. Adam Ashley Cooper. 10-metre mark. Oh, the All Blacks are just charging in and it's into touch.
Well, if you're going to isolate yourself like that, you're always going to end up in trouble.
Pretty basic stuff. Adam Ashley Cooper slid across field. James O'Connor was waiting, dropping on the inside there, you would have thought.
Conrad Smith, one of the best defenders, and there's the All Blacks pouring through.
Well, they create
5 on 3.
Out it goes. And Cooper into contact. Inside ball.
All Blacks still working hard.
Berrick Barnes running to the line. Kicking away possession. No problem for Dag. Not out. Now here's Quade Cooper. 5 minutes remaining. Ioane ran into Ali Williams. Halfway mark. Again, the All Black defensive line regroups. Here's Horwell.
Yeah, Horwell too far behind the advantage line then.
Cooper trying to get on the outside, gives it to Barnes. Barnes straightens. He's got Cooper there as well. Here's Quade Cooper up over the 22, or then got the shoulder charge there.
Okay, whoa. No, come here. No.
Yellow card. Sonny Bill Williams. That's it. His night is over. The All Blacks down to 14, but only 4 minutes remaining. And now or never for the Wallabies.
Well, any chance the Wallabies... Oh, there was never any attempt to have a shoulder in that. That's mate on mate.
They're part of the same gang.
Pelota now.
Didn't think it was too malicious, just got his timing slightly wrong.
Need to be abstemious on those things.
Must score now.
Pocock goes low, but Hoare holds on. Can they find a way through? Genia pops it out to Elsom. Driven back in the tackle. Still there for the Wallabies. Genia. Nothing much happening, but he gives it now to McKelman. He's taken by Ali Williams. Genia. Slipper isolated. 3 black jerseys there. Time ticking away. Horwell. Are they going to continue to try and rumble it through the forwards?
Well,
Backs are lined out.
They've got half their forwards out in the back line now. It needs to be released.
Another pick and go. Brad Thorne there.
Got to come wide.
Genia goes in looking. Advantage being played. Penalty.
Number 3, roll away. Leave him 7.
Needs to take it and go. We'll get it to go. That's what he's waiting for.
Line out. Now he does a tap.
And Rob Simmons is almost forcing his way through.
Has to go wide now.
Here's Cooper. Barnes. Adam Ashley Cooper slipping.
That halted the attack, and here come the All Blacks.
They're pouring in the men in black. They've got it. Out the back door. Aaron Cruden. Incredible stuff by New Zealand. This country of 4.5 million, they've been holding their breath all week.
There's a hand in there from the Wallabies. Sonny Bill, unluckily on the sin bin. That's the end of that.
Yeah, they've been very nervous, the All Black fans, riding their team through week after week at the Rugby World Cup. They know it's theirs now. They know they're through to another decider. And this Eden Park ground. Someone asked Rocky Elson what he thought of the ghosts of Eden Park. He said, I haven't seen any ghosts. But I tell you what, there is a hoodoo. Australia, the Wallabies still haven't beaten the All Blacks on New Zealand soil since Dunedin 2001. Look at the All Black fans. Look at the relief. It is party time in New Zealand. They'll go on to play France in the final in 7 days. Can the French spoil the party? The Wallabies couldn't.
Pet hate number 2, apart from chip kicks, sending a player on the field with 1 second to go. They've just brought on Ben Franks.
They're just going to try and run down the clock.
Goal scrum going forward.
Well, it's not all over for the Wallabies. They have to play Wales. And it's a la 1987. New Zealand versus France in 87. New Zealand versus France in 2011. Wales versus Australia in 87. Wales versus Australia in 2011 in the bronze playoff. Victor Vito is coming on now in injury time.
That is just ridiculous.
80 minutes has already gone and they brought a player on. I hope he chip kicks.
And Richie McCaw, captain courageous.
Crouch.
Aaron Cruden. All the talk, was he up to it? Well, he's answered the critics tonight.
Just step up closer, please.
Wade Cooper, I guess the reason that Karaman's focusing on him is they might be claiming that he's underperformed at this World Cup. Hasn't had the chances. There have been decisions made that were poor. Tonight he's done some good things. It's not at number 10 where he's lost this game.
Well, look at the relief on Richie McCaw's face. The disappointment on Adam Ashley Cooper and James Horwell's faces. And Quade Cooper. It's going to be 4 more years for him. Debiuani missed a few games with that thumb injury.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. England.
Penalty.
That's it, on the arm. On the arm.
So can they have the last say at least? Here's Cooper. Wide they go. James O'Connor, foot on the gas. Got it out to Debiuani. Up to the 22.
McCaw was a mile offside again.
It's been kicked downtown. Quade Cooper. Will it go into touch? Quade Cooper back there. Dives on it. He's taken into touch. It is all over. Semi-final 2.
Okay. Get up.
And Richie McCaw and the men in black. New Zealand through to the final of Rugby World Cup 2011. Outplayed, outmuscled, outgunned, out-enthused. The Wallabies. They just went in it tonight. So full time, New Zealand 20, Australia 6. Australia couldn't score any points in the second half. Just the one try to Nonu. Wipu and Cruden out of the extras for New Zealand. James Horwell, he was looking for the treble, Super Rugby, Tri-Nations and the World Cup. It's not to be. The best the Wallabies can finish is 3rd. Friday, they will take on Wales in the bronze playoff. But the #1 team in World Rugby is through to the final. They will play France in 7 days. Hasn't always been easy for New Zealand against France in the Rugby World Cup, but gee, on that performance tonight, Phil Kearns.
They were awesome, Clarkies, no doubt about it. The try from Nonu, Wipu 4 penalties, Cruden a drop goal. Australia just a penalty to O'Connor and a drop goal to Cooper. But they were awesome. Scrum time at the breakdown, every collision they won. The Australians got isolated a number of times, with only 1 or 2 players at the breakdown, but New Zealand had 3 or 4 outnumbered us there. For me, 2 crucial points was the All Black scrum and their attacking and their skill at the high ball.
And Aaron Cruden breathing a little easier now. He was fine. David Pocock, surely one of the best players at this tournament, man of the match against South Africa last week. It was Corey Jane that was man of the match for the All Blacks tonight.
Well, James, a tough night for you guys tonight. Right from the outset, really, you found yourself on the back foot.
Yeah, we did, and we didn't, you know, do well enough at certain times of the game to get the pressure off, and you know, we didn't convert some points there in the second half. So yeah, look, that's you know, really disappointing to finish on a way like that.
Tactically, you kicked a lot of ball that they seemed to be out of field, and kicked back with profit.
Yeah, they did very well in the air, and we knew that, and you know, we probably, you know, needed to improve on a couple of areas there. But you know, credit to the All Blacks, they you know, they outplayed us, and you know, they deserve to win.
You missed 15 tackles in the first half. That's just way too many.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, the All Blacks are a great side, so when you miss tackles like that, you know, we hung in there pretty well, but you know, they ticked the scoreboard over there in the second half, which with a couple of penalties, which made it a little bit more difficult for us.
You missed the key playmaker in Kurtley Beale, obviously, but they weren't able to get around the fringes. You've done damage around the fringes in the past. They shut that down.
Yeah, look, they defended very well, and we didn't execute and put phases together, and you know, we didn't pressure them enough in their end of the field and get a result. So they did well, and you know, we lacked off a little bit in that area.
Tough, I know. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, disappointment there for James Hall. It's been said all along, the team that wins Rugby World Cup 2011 will have to beat New Zealand on their home soil. Well, Australia had a crack, couldn't do it. So France will get an opportunity. Look at that territory to the All Blacks, 62%. Possession even out in the end, but the breakdown turnovers won 9 to Australia's 4. Plenty of kicking metres, but the missed tackles in the end, there were more from New Zealand, but the damage was done in the first half when the Wallabies fell off 15. Well, this place is going to go berserk with this interview.
Well, Richie McCaw, you've taken this team where you wanted to take it. The biggest moment of your life next week, the World Cup final, but that was one performance from the heart.
Yeah, oh, it was awesome. You know, we realised that we were going to have to front up. You know, we had to be on the job for 80 minutes, and the intensity was there, and every single man out there did their bit tonight, and that's what you got to do in knockout rugby. And you know, like, very happy with that, but as you say, you know, we've got next week to look forward to, but proud of the way the guys fronted up.
They're such a dangerous side. You have to shut down key areas for them, and right from the outset you managed to do that. Yeah,
I thought our back three were outstanding. The balls that came to them, they looked after well, and the kicks put the ball in front of us at the right times. It makes it easy for the forwards, but I think the intensity, ball carries, and at the breakdown was the key to making sure we gave them something to work with.
Well, I think many of us have seen so much animation at scrum time from an All Blacks scrum, from set pieces.
Yeah, you look at 1 to 5, they've all been around a long time, and you know, that's where they show what it's all about, to put the black jersey on. So that's their week time to do that, and you know, it's been building, but it was a pretty good performance tonight. But we're going to need it next week, so we won't get too carried away, but you know, I'm very proud.
What's sore foot?
Yeah, oh, well, rest up again. We'll be good to go next week, I'm sure.
I know you'll be here. Thank you.
Cheers.
Yep, they won't stop him now.
I do love this, Clarkie, how the Wallabies have gone through the tunnel of All Blacks players. Now the All Blacks reciprocating as they go into the tunnel. Beautiful side of the World Cup.
So 14 to 6 at half-time, 20 points to 6 at full-time.